This meeting is being recorded.
What is solids? Solids is a specification for developing web applications with the Java programming language. What is web application? Distributed application which runs on browser and server. What is distributed application? Which runs on many computers. That is distributed application. What is browser? Browser is a software that executes web pages, contains text, image, graphics, animation, audio, video, everything. Okay. Browser, any browser can use, because Java is a platform independent, browser independent, architecture independent, server independent, everything independent. Browser, we can call it a client. Okay, client. Client means which sends a request to get the response. Okay. Server. What is server? Software receives the request, processes the request, constructs the response, sends the response back to a client. Okay. How many types of servers? Two types. What are those? Web server, application server. Web server, what it contains? Only web container. Application server, two containers. Web container, EJB container. EJB full form? Enterprise Java Beans. Okay. Now, solid program purpose, which container required? Which container required? Web container. Web container required. Solid program purpose. The web container is available in both the servers. Application server also, web server also. Anyone you can use. Anyone you can use. Okay. Now, we required web container. We required web container. Web container available in web server also, application server also. See, already many times I told no recorded sessions. Okay. You are sending mails also. Send recorded video, recorded video. I'm not responsible. Many people are asking. They are sending mails also, send recorded video, recorded video. I'm not giving a reply for recorded videos. Okay. Because I'm not responsible for recorded videos. Even I don't have a recorded videos. Only starting 10 classes, they are going to share in a chat box that I am copying and pasting. That's it. Okay. Even myself also, I don't have a recorded videos. So don't ask recorded videos. Don't send mails also. So I given mail ID for doubts only, not for recorded videos. See, if any doubts are there, mail to my mail ID, I'll give a reply. But few students, what they are doing is, after joining in the company also, they are sending their task to my mail ID. It's happening. They are working. Whatever team leader will give a task, no, that task they'll mail to my mail ID. Sir, give a reply, urgent, like that. My duty who will do here? If I do your duty, my duty who will do here? That is, after getting a job, yourself you have to work hard. That's it. After learning, you can do it. But task they are sending to my mail ID. Task that they are PDF files and task abstract, all those things, project they are sending. It's happening. But project, even if I have a 20 years experience also, for developing that project, it takes time or not. But myself, my duty, here my duty will be there, no? Who will do my duty? If I do your duty, my duty who will do? Even if I have experience also, for developing project, it takes time or not? Is it not possible in 1 hour also? Projects means 1 hour, 2 hours also not possible. It will take 1 day also. So for doing your duty, I will take a leave here. So I given mail ID for doubts only. Now, next, types of web applications. Note down. Types of web applications. First one, static web applications. Second one, dynamic web applications. Types of web applications. First one, static web applications. Second one, dynamic web application. Types of web application. See, first I'll give a notes. After that I'll explain. First one, static web applications. See, this theoretical part required because you are learning Java. Okay. See, for example, I'll ask question. Your answer right or wrong you select. Before teaching this one only I'm asking. General question this is. Suppose if you open Yahoo homepage or any homepage, it is a homepage which contains one hyperlink mail. Okay. Which contains one hyperlink mail. When you click mail, one more page appears. One more page. Here, username, password, and submit button. Okay. Username, password, submit button. When you click, after giving username and password, when you click, then your username, password, if it is valid, you will get a mails. List of mails displayed. Okay. Like inbox displayed. Now, my question, carefully listen and you answer 3 pages. This page running in browser or server? This page running in browser or server? How many people answer browser? Okay. How many people answer server? Okay. Say browser also selected, server also selected. Online students, how many people browser? Online students, how many people browser? Okay. How many people answer server? No. Second page. This second page. Now this page runs in browser or server? How many people answer browser? How many people answer server? Remaining people? Answers decreased. First answer to second answer, answers are decreased. Now, third one. This page runs in browser or server? Browser or server? How many will answer server? How many answer browser? Seeing your answers, what I understood is you guessed some are matched, some are not matched. See, that's what. Here, internet, how to operate internet, everyone knows. How to send mail, how to receive mail, how to do online shopping, how to do charting, how to send messages, how to receive messages, everyone knows. But how it is working, very few people they know. Okay, but you are learning Java, you should know about internet very depth. Okay, like your family members also, they are sending mail, they are doing mails, they are doing chatting, everything they are doing, in internet. People, kids also, they are operating internet. First class student also, you'll open Rhymes notebook, Rhymes book, rhyme title, he'll type in YouTube. It's happening, he'll play. Rhyme also they're playing. First class student also using internet. But how it works also you should know, because you are learning Java. You are going to develop internet application. That's what. How to operate internet is nothing. Anybody can operate. Those who know typing skills, those who are having little bit English, that's it. With that, they can do it. See, what is computer, they don't know. What is internet, they don't know. They are doing online shopping. Doing or not? So, what is computer, they don't know. What is internet? They don't know. But they are sending mails also, they are receiving mails also, they are booking cab also, they are booking movie tickets also, they are booking railway ticket also, they are doing online shopping also. People are doing. So how to operate internet required for them, but for you how it works also required. Because you are going to build application that type. That's what these concepts required. Okay, listen. See, actually these two applications same. These two are running in browser only. This one only running in server. But what I observed, for this one majority people given browser. For this one answers are decreased. That means you are guessed matched, you are not matched. Okay, like this happened. That's what. Now after learning static dynamic concept, if I open any website, any web page, you can give answer. After teaching these two, then any web page in internet, if I open, you can give answer. It is possible after learning. Okay, that is I'll explain. Listen. Now first write the notes. A web application that is already prepared and placed in server is known as static web application. A web application that is already prepared and placed in server is known as static web application. A web application that is already prepared and placed in server is known as static web application. Next point. Static web applications are common to all users. Static web applications are common to all users. Static web applications are common to all users. Static web application resides in server and runs in browser. Static web application resides in server and runs in browser. I'll explain, just write it. A web application that is already prepared and placed in server is known as static web application. Static web applications are common to all users. Static web application resides in server and runs in browser. Next, the server sends a program to browser whenever request comes to static web application. The server sends a program to browser whenever request comes to static web application. The server sends a program to browser whenever request comes to static web application. The server sends a program to browser whenever request comes to static web application. Next point. Static web applications can be developed by using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Static web applications can be developed by using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Applets, -- etc. Static web applications can be developed by using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, applets dash dash etc. HTML stands for hypertext markup language. CSS stands for cascading style sheets. Applets are Java programs. Applets are Java programs. This is about static web application nodes. Next, dynamic web application. Dynamic web applications. Dynamic web applications. A web application that is prepared dynamically whenever request comes. A web application that is prepared dynamically whenever request comes to a server is known as dynamic web application. A web application that is prepared dynamically whenever request comes to a server is known as dynamic web application. Dynamic web applications are common to specific to user. Dynamic web applications are specific to user. Dynamic web application resides in server and runs in server only. Dynamic web application resides in server and runs in server only. Dynamic web application resides in server and runs in server only. Over. Next, the server sends a output to a browser whenever request comes to dynamic web application. The server sends the output to a browser whenever request comes to dynamic web application. Dynamic web applications can be developed by using Solid's, JSP, Struts, JSF, ASP, Spring MVC, dash dash, etc. Dynamic web applications can be developed by using Solid's, JSP, Struts, JSF, ASP, Spring MVC, dash dash, etc. JSP stands for Java Server Pages. JSF stands for Java Server Faces. ASP stands for Active Server Pages. MVC stands for Model View Controller. Solids, JSP, Struts, JSF, and Spring MVC are Java programs. Make notes I given. How to explain? How to explain? See, with your diagram I'll explain. See, once you see, I'll ask some questions, give me answer. Answers are there in notes. Okay. Now, how many types of web applications are there? How many types? Two types. What are those? Static web application, dynamic web application. What is static web application? See the notes. A web application that is already prepared and placed in server is called as static web application. What is dynamic web application? A web application that is prepared dynamically whenever request comes to a server. It is called dynamic. If the application already prepared and placed in server, that is static. Whenever request comes, then prepared, dynamic. Okay. Already prepared means static. Whenever request comes, then prepared, dynamic. Static web applications are common to all users or specific to user? Common to all users. Dynamic web application, specific to user. That means static for all people same appears. For dynamic, every user different appears. Okay. Now, next. Whenever static web application, where it runs, where it resides? Server. Where it runs? Browser. Dynamic web application, where it resides? Server. Where it runs? Server only. Static. Whenever request comes to static web application, whenever request comes to static application, then what server will do? Whenever request comes to static application, what server will do? What server will do? Sends a program to a browser. Sends a program to a browser. Whenever request comes to dynamic application, what server will do? Sends a output to a browser. Okay, sends the output. Can we develop static application without Java? Yes, without Java. HTML also possible. Dynamic application? No. Compulsory Java or C#, other programming language required. With only HTML, not possible. See, can we develop static application with only HTML? Yes, possible. But dynamic, not possible. Compulsory you have to depend on Java or other language. Okay. Now I'll explain with the diagrams. See. Okay, one diagram already is there. I'll show you. Suppose this diagram. I'll explain this example. See. See here. Here you observe. Browser. It is browser. It is browser. These are clients. Okay. Browser. These are clients. It is server. Okay. It is database. Now I'll ask some questions. Give me answer. Now I'll ask some question. Give me answer. No. This page, is it common to all users or specific to user? See, it is online results application. Okay. Enter hall ticket number, one box, submit button. This will be common to all users. For all people, same appears. So it is called static. Now, this page for all people same appears or different appears? Different. That content only different. But font name, font style, and font size, left margin, right margin, top margin, bottom margin, graphics, animation, everything same. Only hall ticket number different, name different, data different. Remaining part is same. Designing part is same. Data will be different. So this page is for all people same. This page is for every user different. Now you observe this page already prepared and placed in server. It is called static. This page is prepared whenever hall ticket number comes. So it is just a template page. Then whenever hall ticket number comes, then it will communicate with database. Given hall ticket number is there or not, it will check. Given hall ticket number is there, suppose you entered 1 or 2, then this data loaded in this page. So whenever hall ticket number comes, then it will communicate with database to fetch the data. That data loaded in that page, it is passed. So this page is already prepared. That's what static. This page is prepared whenever hall ticket number comes. That's what it is dynamic. So this page already prepared, static. This page is prepared whenever hall ticket number comes. That's what dynamic. Now this page will be common to all users. This page will be every user different because data will be different. Designing part only same. Data will be different. Okay. This page resides in server but runs in browser. This page resides in server and runs in server only. This page, whenever request comes to this page, it will send the program to a browser because this page is you can develop with only HTML also. That page you can develop with only HTML, but server doesn't know HTML. Who knows HTML? Browser. That's what whenever you send the request to this page, what this server will do, this total program transferred because it doesn't know HTML. HTML code only transferred. When browser receives HTML, it executes, then output comes. Whenever request comes to this page, what this page server will do, it executes here only because that is JDBC code also will be there. Solid code also will be there. It will communicate with database. That code browser doesn't know. That code JDBC, Java, as well as Solid. So it will receive hall ticket number. It will communicate with database. It will fetch the data. That output transferred to browser. That output again you can design with HTML also. So here you can mix HTML also. It is only HTML also possible, but it is only HTML not possible. Compulsory we have to depend on Java. Either Solids or JSP or Spring MVC or Struts or Wicked or ASP or some language programming language code is required. Now you observe this page. Whenever request comes to this page, server will send this program to a browser, because server doesn't know HTML. Program as it is transferred to browser. When browser receives HTML, executes, then output displayed. Whenever request comes to this page executed here only, that output only transferred to browser. This page with only HTML also possible. This page with only HTML not possible. We require Solids. With Solids only possible. Receiving hall ticket number, sending result, that is Solid. Communicating with database, that is JDBC. Solid, JDBC we have to mix. Okay. So this page, where it runs? Where it runs? Browser. This page, where it runs? Server. Whenever request comes to this page, what server will do? Sends a program to a browser. Whenever request comes to this page, what server will do? Executes a program and sends the output to a browser. Okay. Now, this is static or dynamic? This is now, with this knowledge, if I show any page in internet, you can give answer. See, suppose just now I asked no, just now I asked this type 3PS. See, mail, you'll click, then this page, here, username, password, submit. Username, password, submit. Now when you click mails, now I'll ask question, give me answer. This page, is it common to all users or specific to user? Common to all users. That means it is static or dynamic? Static. Where it resides? Resides server. Where it runs? Browser. Whenever request comes to this page, what server will do? Sends a program to a browser. Can we develop with only HTML? Yes. This page, common to all users or specific to user? Common to all users. Okay. This page, static or dynamic? Static. Static page. Okay. Where it resides? Where it runs? Whenever request comes to this page, what server will do? Sends a program to a browser. Okay. This program, this can I develop with only HTML? Yes. This page, common to all user or specific to user? It is static or dynamic? Dynamic. Because whenever all username password comes, then prepared. Whenever username password come, then prepared. This page, where it resides? Where it runs? Whenever request comes to this page, what server will do? Sends the output to a browser. Executed here only, output transferred. Can I develop with only HTML? No. Compulsory Solid required. Now, in internet, if I open any page, can you give answer or not? That's it. Now it is possible, no? Without confusion, you can give answer, no? Any page if I open in internet, you can give answer. Now suppose, for example, say I'll open this is, I'll type here google.com. Now this page, common to all user or specific to user? Common to all users. Okay. Now it is static or dynamic? Static. Okay. Where it resides? Server. Server. Where it runs? It is running in my system. It is running in my system, but it is not in my system. Where it is? Server. It is coming and running here. Okay. I send request that page program coming. Now this program where it is running, browser, where it resides, server. Now whenever request comes to this page, what server will do? Sends a program to a browser. Now program received, executed, we got output. Okay. Can I develop with only HTML? Yes. Now I send request to Google server to get Google homepage. What server did? That program transferred to my browser. My browser received, executed, we got output. That's what the program we can see. Right click, view page source. That is the program. That is the program. Because designing so many things they did here that it doesn't appear to you internally. CSS, HTML, see, JavaScript, CSS, these all mixed. That much code is there backside. Okay, for you appears only Google, but that much code is there backside. Real-time projects like that only. Okay, see. See here, yahoo.com. If I type yahoo.com homepage comes. See this page. Is it common to all user or specific to user? This page where it resides, where it runs. You can give answers. No. See this page also you can see. Right click, view page source. See. HTML, CSS, JavaScript mixed. But Servlet code, can we see? No, because Servlet where it runs? Server. Whatever runs in browser, that is you can see. Whatever runs in server, we cannot see. Okay. If I change the code here, is it changed server side? Your copy changed. Server side not changed. They won't give a chance to copy, change. If they give chance, what will happen? Every second one type appears. Worldwide crores of people will changes. They'll do. So this is one copy for you. One more copy for one more person. Like that, server creates copies, it will send. This program you can copy, you can change, but in your system only changed. Again, if you send request, one more copy comes. Even if you modify also, nothing will happen. Server side is not modified. That a copy received here. Program received here. You can change here. That effect on you only, your system only. But again, if you refresh, one more request comes, one more copy comes. Nothing will happen. If you do any changes also, nothing will happen. Okay. Again, if you click refresh, one more request password, one more response comes, one more copy comes. Got it? So here, this program, it is what it appears is, it is very simple appears to you. What is there? Only all ticket number we have to pass, we'll get a result. You'll think. Now, this type, if you want to design, first what we required? HTML required. If you want to design more attractive this page, CSS required. Suppose hall ticket numbers are digits only are there. I'll enter alphabet. JavaScript required. So that program requires HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay. Now this program receiving hall ticket number, sending result, Servlet required. Servlet. Communicating with database, JDBC required. JDBC required. This program, that program you have to configure, XML required. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, JDBC, Servlet, XML. These all required. But program is very simple appears. Only one all ticket number result. Like that appears to you. But backside so many lines programs you have to write. Okay. So HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Servlet, JDBC, XML. These many concepts required. Minimum required. If you want to use frameworks, Again, Bootstrap required, and yeah, Angular required. Here, Spring MVC required. If you develop with frameworks, frameworks means very quickly you can develop application. For this one also frameworks are there. For this one also frameworks are there. This type of frameworks only, Bootstrap, Angular, these all you learn. Here this type of framework nothing but Struts and JSF, Spring MVC, Spring Boot MVC, these all comes like that. Okay. Now write this program, this diagram. Is it over? Static web page, dynamic web page. With Solets, which page you are going to develop? Dynamic. Dynamic we are going to develop. Okay. But that it's instead of HTML, we can use applets also. But applets are outdated because HTML very simple as compared to applet. See, like that one text box, if you want to create, what you will do? One line. Input type equal to text. Text box created. But that is if you want to write in Java. One applet you have to create. Applet lifecycle methods you have to override. After that, Swing API you have to introduce, import. You have to create button class object. You have to add. Then it will display. That's what applets outdated. That's what we are using HTML instead of that. This is we are using Solids. So it is also possible with Java. Java applets are there, but applets are stopped to use. Now, is it over? Static web page, dynamic web page. Now, this is theory. Still, you have some more concept theory. After that, programming. Now, next node on Solets. Solet runs in web container. Solet runs in web container. Solet runs in web container. Web container is a part of web server and application server. Solet runs in web container. Web container is a part of web server and application server. Solet runs in web container. Web container is a part of web server and application server. Now, first of all, we required one server. Solet where it runs under web container. Web container is a part of web server or application server. Any one server required. That is, you are going to learn Tomcat. Okay, Tomcat server you are going to learn. But by using Solets, we can develop web application. The web application is going to run under web container. Web container runs under, web container is a part of web server, application server. Any one server compulsory, you have to download, you have to install. Okay. Now, before going to that one, downloading installation, these Solets introduced in 1996. Java introduced in 1995. So after 1 year, this is came. After 1 year, Java is a language. That is core Java up to exception handling. That is language. Later Solets introduced. But internet application purpose, Solets came. Say 1990 internet came. 1990 internet came. Okay. 1990 internet was introduced. That means at the time Java was not there. At the time Java was not there. 1995 Java came. 1995 Java came. But Java programming language only released. 1995 Java programming language only released. 1996 Solets came. 1996 Solets came. Okay. So after 1 year Solets came. After 1 year. But 1990 to 96 also internet was there. 1990 to 96 internet was there. That means internet applications were exist. But those internet applications by using which language developed? Okay. C, C++, Perl, Smalltalk, Ada, Simula. What are the languages already exist before Java? Before Java, what are the languages already exist? Using those programming languages developed. So 1995 Java came. Java is a first and foremost programming language to develop internet applications. Java is a first programming language to develop internet applications. But before Java only internet was there. Before Java only internet was there. I am saying Java is a first language for developing internet application. But before Java only internet was there. Before Java, what are the languages already exist? Using those languages developed. But suppose, example C. C when it is introduced, 1972. C came. Is it C made for internet application? No. At that time, internet word is not there. Because internet introduced in 1990. So that's what C programming language not made for internet applications. Because at that time, internet was not there. C++, 1979 came. At that time also internet was not there. Got it? So when internet came and exists in the market, for developing internet application purpose, first programming language Java. Java especially made for internet applications. Java is not a competitor to C language. Java is not a competitor to C++. Okay, Java especially made for internet application. It is the first programming language to develop internet application. Before Java, 5 years, there is no other technology for internet application. That is the reason what are the languages already exist, they used. When Java came, all stopped. Java became as popular. 95 only released, 95 only number one in the industry for developing internet application. What are the reasons? Two reasons. One is security, one more platform independent. With two reasons, Java became as popular. But C language they used 90 to 96. But when Solid Java came, stopped. What is the problem with C? Main problem, security. Security issues comes with C. If you develop any internet application, that internet application with C language, if you develop, it is not safe. Because you know very well, pointers are there. Pointers. With pointers, there are so many advantages. But one biggest disadvantage, security issues. Okay, advantage many are there, but disadvantage also is there. So if any internet application developed with pointers, C language, that is not safe. Because using pointers, like internet applications, how they are providing security? Passwords, username, password, everywhere username, password, username, password. If the data is confidential, compulsory you have to enter either password or PIN number or security code or MPIN, different terminologies you are calling. At last, all are passwords only. Okay. If the application is developed in C with pointers, password, address also we can find out. Through address, password also we can find out. That type of security issues comes. That is the reason Java developers removed pointers. Actually, Java derived from C language only. From C language syntax derived, from C++ OOPS derived. Like that, Java introduced. But which is the most important topic in C? Pointers. Which is the most difficult topic? Heart of C language. That heart is removed by Java developers. Main part only removed. Because security issues comes. For internet applications, pointers are there, security problems comes. That is the reason Java people removed pointers. That's what Java more secure. That's what C stopped. But system software, if you want to develop, compulsory pointers required. That's what still C not outdated. Like compiler. Compiler is system software. Without pointer, it is not possible to develop. Java compiler developed in which language? C language. C compiler also developed in C only. Okay. First version compiler, assembly language. Second version onwards, C language. Like that. So system software, compiler, interpreter, browser, server, DBMS, these all developed in C language. That's what C is not outdated. As compared to Java, C only difficult. As compared to Java, C only difficult. Whatever you learn in academics, Amirpet C, 5% C. Okay, whatever you learn, that is 5% C only. Once if you enter into MNC, C appears like a C. Okay, that much subject is there. C also. C appears like a C. That much subject will be there C. Whatever you learn, that is 5% only. Okay. See, like this, Java become as popular for developing internet applications. But for developing internet applications, specification also required. Which specification? Solids. But C language also one specification required. 1990 to 96, C language they used to develop internet application. But specification also required. There was one specification, CGI, Common Gateway Interface. This specification was there. When Solids came, it is outdated. Okay. This specification also having disadvantage. See, next write it. CGI versus Solids. CGI versus Solids. One side CGI, Common Gateway Interface. And Solids. Common Gateway Interface. And Solids. CGI versus Solids. Common Gateway Interface, Solids. First difference. CGI is a specification for developing web applications with C, C++, Perl, dash, etc. Solids is a specification for developing web applications with Java programming language only. It is the first difference. CGI is a specification for developing web applications with C, C++, Perl, dash, etc. Solids is a specification for developing web applications with Java programming language only. If you see this difference, which one better appears? CGI or Solids? Why Solids? It is supporting multiple languages. That is only Java. Which one better appears? CGI. Because multiple language supporting, no? But that is only Java. Okay? Only if this difference if you compare, CGI better. Okay? Only this difference if you compare. It is supporting C also, C++ also, Perl also, many other language supports. But that is only Java language. So multiple language supported here. There is one language only. Okay. So if you compare only this difference, it is better appears. CGI better appears. Okay. Next. CGI based web server creates a new process for every request. Solid's based web server creates a new process for very first request only. Remaining requests are handled by child processes. Nothing but threads. Solid's based web server creates a new process for very first request only. Remaining requests are handled by child process threads. See, suppose one solid is there, 1000 requests came, then how many process created? One solid is there in server, 1000 requests came to server. Solid, how many process created? One only created. If it is CJ, 1000 created. That is the main disadvantage. With this reason, CJ outdated. With this reason, CJ outdated. See, actually what will happen here? CGI 1. Suppose 2 CGI programs are there. Assume 2 CGI programs are there. Okay. Now, here 5 requests came. Suppose request for CJ1. Suppose request for CJ2. Suppose request for CJ1. Request for CJ2. Request for CJ1. Like this. See, 5 requests came. For CJ1, how many requests came? 3. CJ2, 2. But here, for every request, new process. For every request, new process created. Here, process. Process for CJ1. A process for CJ2. So every request, new process. Process for CJ1. Process for CJ2. Now here, how many CJs are there not considered? How many programs are there not considered? How many requests are there considered? Now here in this server, it is CJ based server. Suppose CGI based web server. Now in that server, 2 CJs are there, but 5 requests came. Number of requests are important here. Every request, one process created. If 5 requests are there, 5 process. 1000 requests are there, 1000 process. Like that. But here what will happen is, here, Soulets based web server. Soulets based web server. Here, Soulet 1. Soulet 2. 2 Soulets are there. Here 2 Soulets are there. Same style. 5 requests are there. Request for Soulet 1, request for Soulet 2. See. Request for Soulet 1. Request for Soulet 2. Request for Soulet 3. Soulet 1. Request for Soulet 2. Request for Soulet 1. Here, how many requests are there for Soulet 1? 3. For first request only process created. It is process. Here, process for Soulet 1. See, first request for Soulet 1, process created. Second request for Soulet 1, it won't create. From this only one child process created. That will handle. Request for Soulet 1. For this also one child process created. That will handle. So, what is happening? Multi-threading you studied in Core Java. Multiple threads. Child process like that. Here, Soulet 2 first request. For that created. Process for Soulet 2. Like this. Now, suppose here 5 CGAs are there. Assume 5 CGAs. Here 1000 requests. Then how many processes here? 1000. Here 5 Soulets. 1000 Soulets. 1000 requests. Here how many processes? 5 only. Remaining are child process. But nowadays, crores of requests coming. Not only thousands. 1995 requests are very less because internet usage was very less. 1995 at that time, internet usage was very less. But at 2022, internet usage, everyone using internet. Everyone using internet. See, example, everyone is having smartphone. Internet is there. In a family, 5 members are there, means 5 smartphones will be there. Okay, 5 members using internet. That means everyone using internet. More than 5 also will be there. Okay, like that. So, internet usage that much increased. Day by day increasing. Day by day usage, internet increasing. One Google server, within a 1 minute only, 2.5 crores of requests coming. Within a 1 minute. Then, if it is CGI, how many process created? 2.5 crores. Okay, but Soulets, not exact one. Load balancing purpose, that process capacity, maximum 1000 will be there. Then some server 1000, some server 10,000, like that will be there. If 1000 is there, up to 1000, one only. When 1001 comes, no, one more created. Load balancing purpose. But one process only, child process, if it is created, it is not possible to handle. Maximum 1000 or 10,000 it can handle. More than that comes, no, one more also created. Exact one, it is not possible. Okay. Suppose 1000 requests that server process can handle. Up to 1000, one only. When 1001 comes, one more created. 2000 completed. 2001 comes, no, one more created, like that. Exact one not possible. So this is depends upon number of requests, number of process. Long back internet usage was very less, but still if it is CGI is there, every request new process means server cannot create new process, server cannot handle, server may be hanged. You will get a lot of disturbance if it is CGI still. That's what solid becomes popular. Okay, write this one. This is CGI side, this is solid side. Tomorrow onwards, programming related theory will be there. This is also program related only, but coding also comes tomorrow. Okay, until completion of first program, be regular. One class if you miss, next class you may not understand. Okay, so tomorrow class, Saturday class, most important. One welcome program only for explanation, it will take 3 days. That's what I'm saying. It is complete environment is going to change from here onwards. Whatever you studied up to JDBC once type, from Solids onwards one more type. While learning Spring MVC, one more type. Okay, so first welcome program explanation only 3 days it will take. Just welcome program, first program in Solids, 3 days required. That program if you understand, next program same style, little bit changes will be there. That's what, don't be absent tomorrow Saturday, don't be absent. So every request new process, CGI side. Solid side, every solid first request only new process. Second request onward child process. Child process nothing but multi-threading. Threads created. Thread is nothing but piece of code that executes independently studied. No? Child process created. From main process, child process created. Is it over? We'll see continuation tomorrow. CGI supports many languages, not supported Java. Filtered rosette, join rosette, not important, not important. Yesterday class notes. Okay, I'll share in Google Classroom. Tomorrow you have a class. Applets, instead of applets, HTML better. That's what? Or stop it to use. Website contains static and dynamic mixed pages. Then that site is called dynamic only. Yeah, annotations I'll teach. Arvind, I'll teach. Web nothing but it is just understanding purpose. On diagram I given web. That notes is not required. Dynamic page executed in server, output only passed to browser. That output only we can see. Dynamic page program we cannot see. CG outdated, yes. Why XML you'll understand in further sessions. Yeah, installation of Tomcat I'll show you. Downloading installation. The result set, row set, it's enough. Yeah. Smalltalk, also known as, no, Smalltalk is one more language. Yeah, frameworks now you can, if you want, you can attend. Tomcat latest version 10. Tomcat latest version only we have to use. Now this is my mail ID. Why JSP? I'll teach in JSP because Solid should understand. Yeah, server side programming, handling requests and the spending response, business logic also you can write. Selenium is testing tools automation. Spring Boot is framework. Static plus dynamic, if you mix that is called dynamic website. Yes, page is depends on where it resides, where it runs. Pratyusha, if already is there, you continue with that only, not a problem. No need to uninstall. Parameters blob nothing but one name of the image, path of the image you have to pass. We'll see continuation tomorrow. Framework nothing but it is a ready-made program. Programs no need to write. Ready-made programs will be there. Solid 32-bit also. 32-bit softwares nowadays very less number of softwares are there. Old versions are there. Better to upgrade your system to 64-bit. Yeah, possible DevOps with Java. We'll see continuation tomorrow. Eclipse, yeah. Arguments run as configuration or arguments you have to open, you can pass. We'll see continuation tomorrow.